Hey everyone, I'm Kurt, and this is Dance Reichert.
Hello, that's me.
We're here.
Oh, yes.
At
Yes, we are.
Gamescom
Yes.
2024, where we just saw Sonic.
Sonic X Shadow Generations.
There's an important part, which is the X, the Shadow.
Yeah, Sonic's always weird with the naming stuff. Remember, technically it's Sonic 3 and Knuckles is Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, but then if you want to play the whole thing, that's a whole thing. Okay. That's old. Yeah, we're old. Okay. I'm old, especially. I'm especially old. Yes, Sonic Generations came out, I want to say 2011, early 2010s, and it was, as far as modern Sonic goes, one of the better received ones.
Okay, specifically like 3D.
Well, it kind of did 2D. The whole gimmick was basically oh, here's old style Sonic, the kind of stumpier one with the different eyes, and and then here's the new Sonic, and so and they're teaming up, and so new Sonic. New Sonic. Yeah, exactly. Versus oh, cool, charming,
And now we have,
Shadow, yes.
Shadow.
So that's the thing is Sonic Generations in its entirety is in this game.
Yes, remastered.
Yes, remastered, looks better, everything. And honestly, it's kind of a fun game. Very snappy platformer, does the 2D stuff, does the 3D levels. That's over here. So think about Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury.
Yes,
the way they did it on Wii U. So it's you still have that
you have it, and then you just push the menu over, and it's kind of like this new game.
Yeah, it's sectioned off where it's here's the shadow levels here, and it's not a big giant campaign. I've heard it was 4 hours-ish long. But again, that's similar to Bowser's Fury again. Yeah. So how that went. But yeah, I got a little bit of hands-on time with Shadow. It is honestly, there have been so many bad 3D Sonics. I played through the entirety of 06 on GiantBomb.com, and it was one of the worst times of my life. This is I feel this game feels kind of what they were going for if they had made that game successfully. It is 3D, it's a lot of, rail grinding, it's a lot of loops, there's a lot of times where you feel you can kind of set the controller down.
And just watch Sonic just run.
Yeah, but that's kind of that's what Sonic is. I mean, that's what Sonic always was on Genesis, and that's how it would feel in a 3D space. So I think, honestly, this feels pretty decent. I don't think this is going to set the world on fire or anything like that. But it is a video game-ass video game. I enjoy it while I'm playing it.
Oh yeah, there was the amount of times that I was just watching the screen and going down a ramp and then flying in the air and then you're skydiving and then you're going through Millennium Falcon style, flying through these pipes, and then all of a sudden you're back to running and then you're swimming. It was very much this is a video game. You headbutt an eagle, and then the eagle takes you and flies off.
So with weird stuff where it's the art style on the eagle is more realistic than the super cartoony. Lots of weird stuff like that, which I kind of love. Yeah. And also super over-designed boss fights where it's they're always really long. You never really know when it's checkpointing. Oh, yeah. It's just very elaborate, expensive seeming giant bosses. A lot of bosses with rails going up and then takes you all the way up to the weak spot, and there's 90 different phases of the fight, big health bar. So it's very, very, this is egregiously Sonic.
I will say, to the point of where remasters are a very cool thing, it's kind of neat to at least be oh yeah, that Sonic Generations game that was good, is coming back for new platforms, but at least there's there's a little more. There's something. The shadow part is an incentive, but also playing it was, as you said, it's egregiously Sonic. But this time a Shadow, and I guess Shadow has a chaos mode. Is that
the chaos control thing where it kind of seemed was it Red Eye or Dead Eye from Red Dead, Yeah, where it's it kind of stops and you can target a bunch of guys and stuff like that. And there's a weird manta ray thing, a dark, I forgot what it's called.
Oh, that you surf?
Yeah, a lot of surfing and stuff. Yeah. So like you said, you're grinding, you're surfing.
Cool, you're Shadow Sonic, which means you're a little bit cooler and moodier.
Oh yeah,
so you surf.
Yeah, that's on a surfer is notoriously angsty.
Yeah, all the time.
That's kind of your defining. I've seen Point Break.
Exactly.
Emo. Yeah.
Shooting guns in the air. Shadow does that at one point in this game. I was gonna say the music in Sonic games are always a very specific sort of thing and aesthetic, but hearing new metal Sonic music was a standout thing. And then when we got into one level, it was thrash metal, and then I got into another level and it was funk metal. So it's good to see. I don't know.
At one point, you took a headset off. You're is this Dave Mustaine?
I swore I was this is Megadeth.
Yeah. And it's just rest in peace. Is the entire soundtrack.
I turned like the video game music off and turned the music up. I was like, I need to clarify. I was like, is this what Megadeth's doing these days?
Sonic music is, I put it in the same category as like wrestling music, of like songs you would never listen to independently, or you would think they were absolutely terrible if it just came on the radio. But like in context, like Batista's theme song, I'm not listening to on the radio, but if Batista's coming out, hell yeah, I walk alone.
Yeah.
But like Sonic is like, oh, this is right for a Sonic game. For this experience, we're doing the Sonic thing, let's go all the way in. You know?
And they did it for Shadow. Well, we played it, and it's coming out soon.
October 25th?
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds right. We'll say that. Put it on the Wikipedia. I don't know.
Bye.
Bye.